Women's National League 2026. Today's match we have is between RTC Women FC versus GELEPHU City Women FC. Let us welcome the teams of RTC Women FC and GELEPHU City Women FC.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kuzangpo, and welcome to match day 41 of the POB Women's National League Tier 3, where we enter the closing stretch of the round. This is your commentator, Ugintesh Toji, to take you through the day. As today we have a bout between Royal Thimphu College Women's FC, who are right now at second place, 19 points on the table, with only one game to go, and this is it. They will not be able to catch up to Thimphu City, but it will help them escape the grasp of Transport United, who are only 2 points below, and their opponents right now, GELEPHU City, 8th on the table, 2 spots below promotion to Tier 1. But before we continue, let's await the national anthem. Again, Kuzangpo, and welcome out here at Chang Limitang. Favorable weather here today. Plenty of sun, plenty of clouds to shut it all off. And a nice bit of wind there, keeping these players at full performance. On the ground is RTC in orange. It is GELEPHU City Women's in green. The referees for today will be Meena Tamang, assisted by Prem Kumari Sunwar, Kizacharan, and fourth official, Ugen Penjo. Moving on with the starting 11 for both sides. For RTC, it is Karmayuren on goal. Sukmaya, their captain, with number 5, Deborah Kurua. Then they were signing number 3, Kirara Ogawa, all the way from Japan. Number 7, Pimakinza Chiki 8. Somhama 10. Funsacharan 12. Dojiren 16. Dikilazam 19. Bhutan's first ever Filipino player. Yanzi Sayanan Long 20 and Kilezamo 26. As for GELEPHU City Women's, it is Jyoti, their new goalkeeper, 21. Manika Burman, their captain, as always. Number 9, Sanwara Begum, 7. Nisha Gurung, 13. Pakila Boro, 25. Karmayanki, 27. Danmaya Rai, 30. Sandra, 40. Fungja De Mari, 42. Pratima Boro, 43. And Pratima Basumatari, 44 for GELEPHU City. Right now, their standings, pretty decent. Did well, 7 points to their name. The only teams below them right now are Tsirang and United Fencing, who both only have a point each. Up in front is GELEPHU Academy Under 17, who they have a chance to overtake. But GELEPHU Academy still has a game left to their name. So, will be a dramatic end to the promotion up to Tier 2 for these 4 teams. Up in Tier 1, it is GELEPHU Academy Under 20, whose seat may not be as safe, because GELEPHU Academy Under 17, just 3 points below. 1 game left. GELEPHU Academy, if they end up losing their next game, things may spell disastrous for their side. Up at 5th is Ugan Academy, 12 points to their name, but the most games left to play. Right now, only 7 games played. It will be 9 to wrap it all up. 5th, 12 points to their table. Plenty reasonable to hope that they could climb up. 4th is Paro, 13 points to their name. 1 game to go. Transport United, the same story. 1 game to go, but 17 points. RTC If they lose today, Transport United have the opportunity to take the edge past RTC and climb up into second. RTC, well, 19th place. Timber City, 24 points, all the way up and well beyond the reach of everybody else as we await the whistle to kick it all off. And yes, there is. GELEPHU City back to their new goalkeeper, Jyoti. Typically, it was Maidangshri Nazari that carried it all out, but not quite sure if there was a transfer made, but saw that same name, couldn't really identify the player, playing over for United Finseling. And now that they do not have her on goal, is an interesting case to see, as RTC, their new trio, hasn't really gotten the explosive start that they all expected to get, but it will take some time getting used to the climate, the weather, the conditions, and the new teammates they have over here. Kirara Okawa, decent vision to get that pass up to Yanzi. Was a part of the champions of the Myanmar League in the women's division for the year 2025. Carrying that star caliber over here to RTC now, still yet to have a promising impact. Was decent, but may want to get a bit more games in to get used to, as GELEPHU City now on a breakaway down on that right. Dojidan closing in. Shot goes up way too early there. Could have held on to it a bit longer, but again, did not necessarily have the teammates to help out with in terms of that promise during the build-up. Now no longer an initiative, back to RTC again. A shaky first couple of seconds for the former leaders of the table. That momentum ended up crumbling when they faced off against Timber City. Their first loss. Both teams came into that match with undefeated results. RTC especially had an amazing win streak where they did not end up conceding even a single goal. And following up with that draw against Transport United, who has an equally intimidating roster, well, things only fell from there, but still of an elite caliber. Just Timber City, their targets. Will be interesting to see the fight between the two up in Tier 1. Not quite sure if it is confirmed, but did hear a move about Olali going over to Spain as almost an own goal. Went off the crossbar, luckily, off of Pratima Basumatari. GELEPHU City will be heaving sighs of relief out there. Almost a close goal there. That attempt down the wing. Caught off the defender. Went almost in as well. Look at that. Pema Kinzang just floated one in. And Pratima wanting to clear it off. Again, yet this time field the clearance. And an easy tap in there for RTC. GELEPHU City got lacking time and time again. And in the midst of it all, an easy tap in past the goalkeeper. There again, Pratima Boro did all she could. And Yanzi Sayananyalong finds her first for the campaign, and hopefully one in a long list coming. As Suk again failing the clearance first time around, not quite sure what is happening to both teams right now. Too many mistakes and characteristic of both sides. GELEPHU City, even if they are not amongst the teams to be promoted up to Tier 1, they are not a team that really makes those kinds of mistakes, as their new goalkeeper Jyoti sends it way down the line. Pakila Boro, that was on screen for GELEPHU City Women's, a crucial part of their back line. Her presence has denied so many opposition, so many goals. But right now she has been moved up a little bit, involved in midfield, where they may want that power on her passes to be of use to their forwards. But now back to Doji. Monica Burman. Pratima Boro again. Space down the middle. Pakila Boro. Pratima again. Pakila. Monica Burman. All the way up. Did try to look for a teammate there, but it is Doji Eden who will let it slowly roll out and away. RTC in orange and black against GELEPHU City against green. RTC with their promotion secured. Only wanting to sharpen up their newly built roster, their newly built starting 11 before heading up to tier 1. Again, for more information, updates and news with regards to what the system will be like for the Women's National League going forward, please do head over to Facebook. Do follow the page of the same name, BOB Bhutan Women's National League, for more update information and exciting updates with regards to the league going forward, because right now, nearing the end of tier 3, should have a decent boatload of news and information coming in. Possibly teams may be making lots of signings. Paro, we did see make a couple. Their announcements, almost all of them have been made, but pretty much did see all of them play out here as well as Pema. Getting one in towards Pratima. Jyoti for the pickup. Kirara Ogawa. Sonam now inside. Pema off of Dicky. Still has Dicky. Sonam inside as well, but went straight for Jyoti. Deborah Kura. Kirara. Solid touch up front. May have been a bit more towards the side of GELEPHU City. Yes, it is. Decent chance up front. GELEPHU City did well putting up the pressure, but RTC capable enough, mature enough to find an outlet up front. Kille right up in front of Deborah, all the way from Ghana. Plenty of accolades, despite only being 19 years old. Will be interesting to see how that translates over here to the scene here in Bhutan. Physically, pretty imposing. Kirara out with the cleanup, back from Sonam. Still space down the middle from Kirara. Sweet footwork there from the Japanese. They do have Pemakinza on the right, but with that feint, will try to find Deborah. Deborah looking to wind it up. Shot connects, but ended up losing most of the power with that first bounce way far out from the goalkeeper. It will be Jyoti's to take for GELEPHU, with an early lead for RTC courtesy of their Filipino Yanzi Sayan and Yalong. GELEPHU City not offering much in terms of a response the other way. Did have a couple of possessions where they could have made it one. They could have had the lead, in fact, early on with a decent run up front from Sanwara Begum. Will not matter, however, as now Sonham at the end of a pass there from Kinle. Deki right down the middle. Far out is Sayanan. Yanzi. Left foot pulls up. Just misses wide. Chance now down the left. Yanzi Sayanan tries to drive it in through the middle, expecting a run there from Deki. But with that clearance from City, at least they have the fortune of getting away with the corner. Played shot, looking for an effort from much closer, whipped it in, and that header steadily finds the back of the net. The second one for Yanzi Sayanan Yalong, who gets a brace early on. Had the first one fall in the 3rd minute. And now in the 11th already has a second. Slow start. But did promise you that it was coming indeed. Yanzi already 2 goals right now. 1 from a header, 1 from a tap-in. Chance again. Dickey inside the box. A compact defense there from GELEPHU City, but that fast pace. Plenty of openings. Just lucky that volley did not connect from Yanzi, who was looking for a quick hat-trick. A fortune moment there from GELEPHU City. There Chinks still holding on, barely by a thread at this point, however, to already conceded 13 minutes in. And Kile, wanting some action for herself, gets it back from Dikil Hazum, looking to whip it in, but a bit too far out. Yanzi all the way behind the defender. Boxed out quite proper there from GELEPHU City, but unable to hold on to possession. Now Deborah Kurua. Plenty of power there. May have just enough spin there to keep it alive, but Pema Kinza Chucky just a tad too late to that ball. Kile pulls on out, but just an unfortunate swerve there. Had the pace to properly threaten Jyoti on that one, but will want to try again. Kinle feeling a heat check coming in, but right now it is Yanzi Sayan and Long 2 goals already. RTC back in possession and the chance to try again. GELEPHU City simply giving them away the initiative. Pemakinza. Dickey right down the middle. Defender clips it. Pema looking for that follow with that left foot. But ended up whipping it far too much over to the side of the ball. Ended up way wide of the post. A closer look at that one. First, tried to get a delivery in. Clipped off by Protima Boro. Not really making the neatest of those interceptions, but she is getting the job done right now as well. Even earlier had that one clearance that went their own way but came off the crossbar. As GELEPHU City now looking tie-in, not tracking back. Pemakinza all the other end. That pass way too close to the post. And Pemakinza unable to find a touch there. Dickey did well, however. It was a decent matchup. GELEPHU City lacking numbers in that back line. And now back out to Jyoti. Sonam Kirara, the recipient of that ball, still keeps the dribble alive. Now turning it away, finds Deborah Kurua. Up front, flag is down. Dickey one-on-one past Jyoti. All she's got to do is put it in, and RTC are up 3. Masterful bit of dribble there from Dickey. Had a solid read on the goalkeeper's movements as well. Timed that touch to simple perfection past Jyoti, who only had to watch as that ball went in. Solid pass up. Flag is staying down. This time a solid save there from Jyoti. Denies the first attempt, but will have to wait for that corner before she can properly take a breather. A closer look at that ball. That pass perfectly weighted, caught them right on time. And Yanzi unable to find her hat trick. inside the first 20 minutes. Did have a chance in the 12th to get that 3, but we'll have to wait for one more opportunity. Early on did get that shot from that header. Not quite sure if there was an RTC player underneath that ball when it was guided right in. Again, a closer look at that one. Went past Jyoti. Well, seems like it was Pema Kinza that set it in. Thought it was an own goal for a second. Pretty sure that was Pema Kinza. A nonchalant bit of mercy there from her side. At this point, with RTC, one of the team with the highest goals forwarded so far. Pretty sure they're running out of celebrations as well. "64 goals forwarded in 8 games so far from RTC. Right now, simply continuing on with that lead. Despite being second, they do clear Timber City by a clear 10-goal difference. 60 for RTC, 50 for Timber City. And right now only making it look more ridiculous as time passes on. Yanzi wanting that pass right to her body, but went in a bit too hard, a bit too forward there with that pass. Again, with regards to what I was talking about earlier, with getting used to each other and each other's play styles, this is the very matter of concern going forward. In Tier 1, mistakes like this may not be what they want to see. As Kirara now up front. Deke, a lot of options. Sonam inside as well, but forced to retreat. Gets over to Eats and ever there by Fungja. Lofted in. Sonam at the end of it. Pema Kinza on the other side will be the recipient at the edge of the box now. Left foot. Cleared away with the header. May look for a follow-up from way afar. Just missed barely. Possession continuing on for RTC. It's down on that flank. They have had much success with Yanzi, who has positioned herself in an advantageous position, but that throw-in just couldn't muster enough power there. Chance now, Pema Kinza on the right, match up against Monika. Will find GELEPHU down the middle. Kirara Okawa much closer to the edge of the box this time around. So far only gotten herself involved in build up in midfield up in front of Deborah. Crucial additions to all lines of play, as this time Kirara looking to curl one in towards Dicky up front, but just unable to get that spin. Tied on simply, rolled up towards Jyoti. And now in that back line, Doji over to Deborah. Now to Kille. Deborah. Up to Kirara. Yanzi on that left, making a run in, was onside as well, but Kirara will get the chance again this time. Yanzi, left foot and a hat-trick inside the first half an hour. 22 minutes all it took to find a third one for her game this time around. Solid strike with that left foot. Gave no chance there really for Jyoti to work with. As GELEPHU City will continue on. 5 the deficit they have to catch up to. Now in that back line, Kirara. Still 5 for RTC. A minute and a half away from reaching the half an hour mark as Doji taking it up front. GELEPHU City looking a bit tired then. May have been a bit too ambitious, however, in response there from RTC. And now the chance for GELEPHU City, the southern side, to get something going in and to get something going in. Calm. Jyoti plays it up long. Had Pakila at the end of it, but it was Doji coming in with a powerful response. Pemakinza, this time the flag up for RTC. Manika Barman to send it up front. Possession for City. This time much deeper inside RTC territory. If they play their cards right, if they manage to keep their adrenaline down, they may find a decent opportunity out of this one. On the corner is, on the throw-in is Pratima Matsari, but it goes right towards RTC. Kirara posted up beautifully there. No chance there for GELEPHU City to come in, take advantage of that ball. And now back again, Kirara looking for a runner. They do have Tiki. Closing in quick, however, Pratima Boro. It is Tiki who gets to it first. Pratima waiting for her teammates. A lot of options for Tiki Hazom. Yanzi, right there, Tiki gets past Pratima. Tiki, left-footed but sent it right towards Choti. Had a lot of help there. Yanzi Sayanan dropping short. Pema Kinzang far post, right down the middle was Sonam as well. But decided to go for Glory instead. And now Pakila denied possession on the other end. Kinle off to Karmayudin. Tight possession in midfield, out of which GELEPHU City does find a clearance. But now completely being outclassed by RTC in terms of sheer energy. Coming in like a tsunami, wave after wave. It is now inside towards Sonam. Dicky right in. Hyanzi far out. Kinle looking to target Sayanan with that one. But now Deborah was on target, at least decent effort. Just couldn't find the finish. And with that, a lady down for GELEPHU City. Back in play, RTC had the chance to get a decent connection up front towards Pema Kinza. But their passes just a bit off. Their energy levels are a bit down as well. So they may need to recalibrate just a little bit. As Manika Parman sends a clean one in, but Kinley gets that interception. They do get a recovery there from Sandra. Played up front by Fungja. It is towards Doji Eden. Pakila Boro. Still Pakila Boro. Got that pace up against Sukmaya. Doji Eden waiting for that angle to narrow down a little bit. Still Pakila, but Sukmaya! Amazing defending there. From the captain. Got that foot and clean. Got that timing to perfection. Decent run in there from Pakila. An amazing display of athleticism there. Gave so much hope over to GELEPHU City. Less than 10 minutes remain as we also see a decent effort there on that back line from Pratima Basumateri. Made a clean challenge in, forcing RTC to retreat from a corner. And at the same time gives her own team a chance to regroup as well. Contact there from Deborah right inside. It will go out for GELEPHU City. Looking to find a pass in right down the middle, but nobody there to help as it is launched right back in. Yanzi follow up from afar. Lofted right in. Pemakins unable to get at the end of it. Monika Barman misses that touch. Pemakins are taking advantage on the follow-up. Kirara Ogawa with that beautiful cut in. Deborah up in front, options right down the middle. Doji Eden looking to wind it up for a shot for herself, but Jyoti does well denying that one. Decent chance there as well, but unable to find any sort of target. RTC back on the defensive end again. A substitution for RTC as Chokyom is being brought in for Sonam Lamo. Did her fair share in this match. Will be time for her to rest. 5 goals as we approach the 40-minute mark for RTC. This win pretty much in their back will require nothing short of a miracle there from GELEPHU City to come right back in defensively. They are solid. They are doing well, not breaking down. But it is the opportunities up front where they are lacking a little bit. Again, not that much power in that clearance. Deborah coming in for the cleanup. Chance now. Right inside, that tap in tonight by Jyoti first time. But RTC still with the opportunity for the follow-up. Decent goalkeeping there from Jyoti. Kept herself in brilliant form there. But may want to see that again as RTC steadily mounting on. Yet another one as they reload their next shot. Gile. Choki. Back out Doji. Deborah. Kirara right up. Deborah faking that shot. Choki. Back down the middle. Dekil Hazum. Turning around at the D area. Deborah winding up proper this time around and top pins it is. 4 contributions from their foreign signings. It will be half a dozen for RTC as Deborah gets one in for herself. A solid one at that too, as a substitution now underway with Danmaya Rai being taken out for Sumita Rai. Throw in, RTC deep inside, Kille. Lobbing one in, the sun has turned harsh. Can't imagine how much impact it will have on their vision, especially staring down towards the stands. Still the Filipina. Try to get one right in, but GELEPHU City with the clearance. Now back out towards RTC again. 2 minutes remain until the end of the first half. RTC now down on the left flanks. Yanzi. Kirara. Fortunate deflections there from GELEPHU City. Keeps it towards the Japanese. The Kanyan right behind, but it will go right back out to that left flank. The delivery from high there may be in their favor. Deki. Still cutting in. Deki. Forcing that retreat. Yanzi Sayanan down the middle. Turning around, Kirara, Deborah all the way down in midfield, but will go right back out towards Sukmaya. Two more minutes of additional time has been awarded. But right now it does seem like RTC will look to cap off this half with the possession, or maybe even a shot of their own as Deborah gets one in, but too attached to the ground. Will go the other way. RTC right inside GELEPHU City does well cleaning it off. 1 minute left. And it will be RTC's corner. Decent ball in. Played out by GELEPHU City. Pakila at the end of it. Too heavy of a touch there. Kirara pulling up with that feint. Choki. Deborah. Decent into that effort, but it will not be enough. And with that, we come to the end of the first half for this game. RTC up half a dozen against a nil from GELEPHU City. Great performances from their foreign signings. Yanzi with the hat-trick already. First in the third, second in the 11th, and found her third in the 25th. Since then, it has been Deborah who found one. Pemakinzang who found one. Dekilazoma as well. Only great signs to come for the RTC squad as we break for halftime. Until the next one, until the second half begins, peace out. Ladies and gentlemen, Kazangpo, and welcome back again. A lot of substitutions being brought in for RTC, so much so, in fact, that the fourth official had to bring in a list of the substitutions that were being made so that he doesn't make any mistakes. But the names that came in were Karmayang Chinhamon number 4, Som Gakipalzom 6, Choki Om 13 that was brought in earlier, Kilenzangmo 23, and Choni Wangmo 25 for RTC. With that, a lot of their core players taken out, but by no means a drop in quality. We have seen these names before. We have seen these names produced before as Kirara. An early opportunity down on that left flank, courtesy of a smart dribble. Got her there neat, got her there efficient as well. No wasted dribbles from her, but just couldn't get the final touch correct as Deborah down the middle. Now through Choni. Somgaki. Now down the flanks, an unfortunate stumble there, but somehow still online. Choni getting involved down the middle. She has Choki as well. Will opt to send it up forward. Too many bodies in the way there for Sayanan and Choki. It will be Jyoti's to take. RTC in possession, looking to drive it up long. Bakila Boro, the rejection and the throw in for RTC deep inside their own half. No clear initiative for City going forward. The burden on them much easier now given the substitutions RTC has made, taking out a lot of their engine that caused GELEPHU City their troubles in the first half. Carmen Chilhamo. Down the middle. Back out to Kirara Ogawa. Deborah has a lot of options. Choni right up in front, decided to opt for that right flank instead. And now Choni had an angle to get in, but Monika Barman simply denying that window of opportunity, as now Deborah pulls one up from way outside, but not much pressure there to get the goalkeeper worried. Deborah taking on that corner for RTC. Already had one go in courtesy of Yanzi Sayan and Yalong. Still inside the game, may look for her fourth. Deborah Gelkurova, decent delivery, right far post, but that header clears it off towards Kirara. Off the crossbar, denied. RTC follow-up header there, which Jyoti makes a clean work off. Chance again. This time header sends it right out. Kirara looking still for that follow-up, but Jyoti. Amazing reactions from the goalkeeper there, still continuing to deny those opportunities that keep coming the way of RTC. Still RTC, but taking their sweet time. 6 goals on the clock on the board right now. But off of that denial there from Pratima Boro, RTC get yet another chance. But Pratima struggling to get back up, still down on the ground. Playing short, Deborah, left footed, clipped off by City. Anyone's ball, Manika in the middle, whistle will go for GELEPHU City. Yet another wave denied by GELEPHU City. Simply unfortunate day for RTC. But it is GELEPHU City's nonetheless. RTC still in possession. Somgaki, Deborah. Off to Sukmaya. Down the left, they do have Karma Yangchin. Still Deborah's to take down the middle. Chuni. Try to thread it into it's Choki. RTC's now steadily inside the edge of the box. Chuki turning around. Tries to find a teammate. Not quite enough help going forward. GELEPHU City doing a solid job defensively, and out of which they still managed to find a touch out. Flag up again. Kirara, so many chances going forward. Has been brilliant, positively impacting the game. But may want to see one fall in for herself sometime soon. Steadily approaching the 1 hour mark. Back to Deborah. Clean dribble. Right up. Yanzi. But Jyoti denies it again. Solid goalkeeping. As RTC earned themselves yet another corner. Again, a closer look at that one. Solid pass, sending it past. Pratima Boro did well on the finish as well. But it was the goalkeeping that came out superior in that one. Deborah. Way too driven down to the ground. Way too far out as well. Still 6 for RTC. Quarter of an hour past the restart in the second half. Half an hour more to go. GELEPHU City coming in with the substitution. It is Karmyanki taken out for Devi Maya Kurung. The first time Karmyuddin has gotten involved in a pretty long while. But It is still back to the gloomy stretch of the match as GELEPHU City back on defense, which they are doing an amazing job in. No goals conceded yet in the second half. I saw the first one fall in from Yanzi inside the first 3 minutes of the game as Kirara clipped with a clean tackle there. Ball out, now a corner for RTC. Chaos inside, but the flag up to deny RTC's opportunity. GELEPHU City will be so glad that whistle came in right on time. Lady down for GELEPHU City, still getting evaluated. They do have the medic on board. Went down on that one. At the entirety of 2 people's weight falling on that knee of hers. Hopefully Nesha Gurung will be able to come right back in as GELEPHU City get underway with possession. But immediately stolen off. Kirara able to keep it under control. Choki. Now off to Yanzi. Sent down. But that whistle will come in a bit late on that one. Still did come. A closer look at that one. Thought that was clean. It was ball first. But opportunity will be handed over to RTC. On screen, the Ghanaian Deborah Gelkuroa alongside the Filipino number 20, Yanzi Sayan and Yalong. Seems like it will be Deborah who will be handed the opportunity to get this one going in. A run up has been given a lot of distance. There's the whistle. Run up, strike. Decent, but just inches above the crossbar. And able to tame it properly. City now the end of now the end now at the end of a brilliant chance there, right outside the edge of the box. Deborah, a bit casual with that challenge, put herself in trouble, and now her team, GELEPHU City, this time a lot of numbers up front. Hopefully they take their sweet time with this one, because chances like this are not coming their way. It is Pratima Basumatari and Sanwara Begum. Sanwara lifting it up on top of the nets. Decent look, decent execution, but just not enough to find their answer. Now the other way, Kirara does well, holding on to that possession before Pratima Poro, and now Yanzi up front. Flicked off by Pratima Poro. It will be yet another corner for RTC. Still chaotic. Nobody able to find a clean touch out of it. Kirara does well setting it out, but it is now GELEPHU City. Sanwara Begum finding it hard against Maya taking on that matchup. Brilliant fight for possession down on the flanks. Pakila Boro not liking that challenge that came in from Kirara Okawa. Equally physical from both sides. But it is GELEPHU City that does end up with the whistle in their favor. Pakila down on the ground, the referee coming in. Has gotten back up. Deborah at the end of that one. Challenge coming in strong there from Devi Maya. Does end up flicking it right down the middle. Sanwara Begum waiting for that, but Deborah too strong. Had the chance to go either way. Kirara on the left, taking on that matchup versus 25 again. Pakila Poro able to narrow the angle down enough to send it towards a teammate. But now Karma Yangchen back out towards Kirara from Yanzi. Winding up, left footed, lofted in. It is out towards a teammate. The tap in is denied. An acrobatic denial there from Jyoti. We'll keep that away. Closer look at Tarban Somgaki. Plenty of strength in that challenge. Quarter of an hour left here in the match. RTC still unable to find a conversion here in the second half. All of their 6 goals in the first. And now Kirara Okawa again on that left flank. Has switched it up with Yanzi, who has moved right down the middle without Pemakinza and Tekilazum as Debora. This time had the goalkeeper beat with that effort. Got it as far off to that left as she possibly could have. And it will be a second here in this match. Plenty of strength behind that one. Just got it underneath Jyoti, who was up in the air. Chance again. 7 on the board for RTC with Deborah spearheading the way. They finally may have the momentum to get one more in. Kirara perfectly positioned to get that read in. Lobbed up high inside the penalty area. Follow up. Blocked off Kirara's again. Kirara Okawa too far back out to get possession back as GELEPHU City forces it back out for a little bit of a breathing room there for their own team. Deborah back again, a bit more than 10 minutes remain. Sukmaya back out to their goalkeeper, who has been involved not more than once or twice in this entirety of the game that has unveiled itself before us. But now Karma down on the flanks may be the target. Pass may have been a bit too risky. Still Karma does manage to find a way out. Flag up, possession the other way. Kanzi right down the middle. Did at least manage to get a foot in on that pass there from Chucky. But just unable to connect proper. Karma played it right towards City, who handed it right back to Bora, this time left foot. Got it too hard on the edges. Will whip it around the defenders and far out from Jyoti. A troubling stretch here in the match for GELEPHU City. Did show a lot of promise when they had their energy up, especially on defense. Did have a couple of runs up front from Pakila Boro, who has since then been shifted in that back line again. Sanwara Begum up front may cause a little bit of havoc, but right now, without help, not really much she can do on her own. As after that throw in from Somkaki, it is now Deborah. Sukmaya. Karmilangchin. Back out to Sukmaya. Chucky. Decent effort there from Chokyom, but may have wanted a bit more elevation if that shot wanted any chance of beating Jyoti. Deborah. Karma Yangchen. Down the middle. A lot of options opening up. And now Kirara with that touch sets up past the two defenders, but the flag is up again on the Japanese. RTC's backline now being tested, but a neat move there from Sukmaya will get those two forwards out of her way. And that pass unable to find Kirara. Possession out for GELEPHU City again. Decent strike there from Deborah. Almost had Jyoti in a panic. Follow up from Yanzi. But Bakela Boro. Too strong there. Clears it off right through Kirara Okawa. Karmyangchen. 5 minutes left here in the match. Deborah back out. Puntacharin. Somgaki. Choni right up in front. Pass will go towards Chuki. Deborah. Yanzi right up front. Kirara on the flanks. Taking on that matchup again. Karmyangchen. Back to Kirara. The winger. Quick enough despite the mistake. Gets herself a lot of space. Left footed. Right inside with that just amazing control. Deborah. Looking for the finish, but this time sends it right towards Jyoti again. Sanora Begum. Finding a lot of space. Tried to thread it through Sukmaya. But may have wanted to go on that earlier trajectory down on that left flank away from Sukmaya. Decent chance up front for Sanwara. Yes, Sukmaya. Deborah. Still Deborah keeps it alive with a magnificent header despite the many bodies GELEPHU City had at the end of that ball. And now Monica Barman all the way out to the flanks for a restart from RTC with a throw in deep inside their own territory. Missed that clearance by quite a margin. Yanzi Sayanan. Deborah down the middle. Maybe the target. Yes, she is. Kirara on the flank. Karmyangchen. Straight down. It is Kirara looking for a run up front. But that pass came in way too heavy. And that touch sent it out and far for Jyoti to take. Deborah trying to thread it in down the flanks, but just too much pace on that ball for even Gaki to get after it. Deborah. Still Deborah. Back out to Suku. The last seconds of play until we see the signal for additional time. RTC in possession, looking promising. But flag up again down on that left flank. 2 more minutes of additional time has been awarded here in this match. GELEPHU City now no longer drawing any presence of hope, any signs of vigor, simply allowing RTC to take their sweet time. Would have had a lot more goals scored had it not been for RTC's own undoing. Gaki down on the right, equally as tired. Karma Yangchen looking to follow it up, but keeps it on the ground. Deborah, that shot may be coming. It is with plenty of serve on that opportunity, but Jyoti this time able to get in position quite properly to deny that effort there from Deborah. Sukmaya wanting some action for herself, right inside, right at the penalty area. Amidst that pandemonium, Deborah looking winded up proper. Jyoti just able to get herself behind that ball, and out it will go. Sukmaya tried to get a shot for herself there, but with those two defenders in the way, without momentum on her side, just ended up losing possession the last couple of seconds of play. But RTC with the corner. Sent right back out. RTC getting another opportunity. Not quite sure how long the referee will allow that to build up for. Maybe the last opportunity for RTC to make it 8. Decent delivery, far post. Sent back in. Anybody's ball at this point. GELEPHU City clearance, sends it right back the other way. As Choni is down for RTC. Took that clearance right to the face there by Choni. Hopefully she is okay. But it will be Jyoti's to take nonetheless. Way past time now. Any second. Kirara. RTC with very well what may be their last. Karma Yangchen. At the end of it, looking to curl one in, but with that, we have the whistle coming in from the referee. GELEPHU City now properly out of Tier 1. RTC on the other end, move up. Still second, however, behind Thimphu City, but well away from the reach of Transport United ladies, who will cement themselves as third up in Tier 1. For more information, for proper breakdowns, for proper notice regarding the Women's National League, do follow BOB Women's National League Facebook page over on Facebook. But with that, RTC Women's FC come out with the victory, 7 against GELEPHU City Women's 0. And that will be it for the story for today. Later on, we do have a match coming in for BOB Bhutan Premier League. The first for round 2. So do tune in for that. Until then, this was your commentator, Ukintesh Toji. See you guys later.